The man accused of killing two Israeli embassy staffers appeared in court this afternoon as the Justice Department considers whether to seek the death penalty in this case.
Yeah, Elias Rodriguez faces multiple counts of murder in connection with that fatal shooting at the Capitol Jewish Museum back in May. Our investigative reporter, Jordan Fisher, was in court today as attorneys for Rodriguez asked a judge to give them more time to weigh in on the DOJ's decision.
All right, Jordan, yeah, so we know the defense didn't walk away today with the order they wanted. So what did they get?
Yeah, Lorenzo, they got a handshake agreement, which basically says the DOJ is going to speed up the process of giving them the remaining discovery. And what they already have apparently is extremely voluminous. We know that that includes at least body-worn camera from an MPD officer during which Rodriguez allegedly confesses to the shooting immediately afterwards. We know there are many postings online. What we learned last week in a filing related to this hearing today is that Rodriguez himself was also apparently wearing a body-worn camera that captured the event. And there are apparently a number of other postings online that the DOJ says that he was using masking software. They are having difficulty connecting him to those posts directly, it sounds like. That may get in, that may not, but that's part of the remaining universe of evidence that's still out there.
So we know President Trump signed an order earlier this year urging and really encouraging the DOJ to go after the death penalty in this case. What's taking so long? Why is this so challenging for the DOJ?
Right, well, this is actually pretty fast for the DOJ. I mean, 7 times faster than normal, according to the defense.
Okay.
If you look at something like the Luigi Mangione case, which many people are familiar with, the shooting there happened December 4th. The DOJ announced their decision to seek the death penalty in April. Now, there's a process here that they're supposed to go through. It begins with U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro, in this case, making a recommendation as to whether she thinks the death penalty is appropriate. After that, it will go to the Capitol, C-A-P-I-T-A-L, Capitol Review Committee, and they will decide whether they think it should move on, and eventually and ultimately it is the Attorney General's decision. It's her call to make.
Pirro certainly signaled that's what she intends to do.
Sure, of course.
Yeah, so we have this breakdown here, Jordan. When will we know what they decide?
Right, so the filing from the defense that they were asking to push back, and they may still continue to ask to push back, is due October 20th.
Okay.
They want to provide as much mitigating evidence as possible. Now, they want to see all the evidence first before they can do that. They want to hear these witness statements. They want to see these posts, obviously. There are also things the DOJ is also supposed to consider, including the opinion of the victims' families and whether Rodriguez is willing to accept responsibility, that is, to take a plea deal. The defense said today they haven't even begun to explore that. And so it may take a while, even after that October 20th date runs and they get a chance to file something before the Attorney General makes her final determination.
Before we let you go, is it unusual for the defense to say, we need a little more time here?
Well, that's a difficult question to answer because federal death penalty cases are so rare. In fact, the last time the federal government attempted to do a death penalty charge in D.C. was 20 years ago, more than 20 years ago.
Yeah.
The death penalty in D.C. has been abolished since the 80s, and the last execution was in the 1950s. And there have only been 50 federal executions in the last 100 years. So it's hard to say, is it rare, is it unusual? The death penalty cases federally are very unusual in and of themselves.
Seems very nuanced.
It is. Jordan Fisher, digital investigative reporter. Thanks so much.